Hey, what's going on, everybody? You know who it is? Steve, back in the building with another video. Hope everybody had a good Saturday. What's today? The 29th, right? Yeah, 29th. 29th of June. And it was hot today, too, man. So I guess it really is summer, isn't it? All right, so you guys, what I want to talk about is the world we live in. I'm going to call this the, the Walking Dead. And it's referencing an article that was on Yahoo News, just basically talking about the jobless problem in this country, and that we're moving into an employee-less society. All right, employee-less. So basically, doesn't mean that there won't be jobs. I mean, the job situation is not getting any better, of course, but just that those that have jobs, they won't be employees. They won't be on the books as employees. They're going to be temps. All right. And that's some cold stuff, man. For those of you that are awake, you've seen this for some time. I know I have. So it's no surprise to me. But even still, to see it go down, it's just like, wow, man. You know, people just don't understand what's going on. You know, and look, I don't see that it's going to get any better for the foreseeable future. All right, and I just wish people could wake up and just smell the coffee. But people are going to be forced to smell the coffee, and it's just going to be at a time and come to them in such a way that they're not going to like it when it happens. The problem, I believe, is that most people just don't understand the world that they live on, that they live in, right? I mean, most people, they just don't. And I think most people are, basically equipped to live and survive in a reality that doesn't exist. Okay? So this jobless or employee-less society, that's what's happening. And, not a pretty picture. Not a pretty picture. So to reference the article real quick, I'll just look at it here. My eyes are going to drift because I'm reading this thing, right? But basically, it's on Yahoo News. And it says more than 12 million Americans are jobless. 40% of these individuals have been out of work for more than 6 months. Okay, that's not news to me. I get that. Overall, the U.S. economy may be improving. I don't believe that. But many Americans still cannot find a job. Okay, now that I do believe. All right. And then it says here, it goes on to say, this trend will only continue in the foreseeable future, says James Altscher, managing director of Formula Capital, an asset management firm. And this guy is the author and venture capitalist, tells the Daily Ticker's Aaron Task that the U.S. is moving toward an employee-less society. And he quotes here, if you're just sitting still, shuffling paper, they're going to fire you, he argues. And then he says, cubicles have become commodities. You're like the walking dead if you have a job. All right? Now, that's coming from the managing director of Formula Capital. The guy also actually sits on the board of the largest temp agency or company in the United States. And wouldn't you know, temp agency, the temp business is booming, right? Booming, like $800 million in revenue, something like that. That's what he said. So anyway, that's some cold stuff, man. That's what's happening. That's what's going on in the world. You know what I mean? And, I've talked about this a little bit before. I mean, you can reference maybe some other videos back, but, it'll be something like you see like in Cuba eventually. I think like 40% of their population is, unemployed. I mean, that's just how it is. It's been like that for, a long time. And that's kind of the thing that they're bringing here because they want to eliminate the middle class. That's really what it's all about. And, people that are not prepared for what's coming are going to, be in a really bad way. You know what I mean? So for those of us that are awake, we have to, it's going to be up to us, basically to help these people kind of see the light. And here's what was interesting about that particular report. It's actually a video clip as well. And I hadn't heard this said before, right? I mean, every time they talk about, joblessness and this type of thing, they always say, well, people need to, seek out other ways to try to make money and stuff like that. It's a good idea to try to get into something else or, get another job or whatever, like, get your hustle on. All right. But here's what the guy said. He's like, now you don't have a choice. Like, if you're the kind of person that says, well, I'm not an entrepreneur, I don't know how to do stuff like that. I be my own boss, that type of thing. He's like, you don't have a choice. You must become an entrepreneur. Okay. And I've never heard them really say that before. He's like, you must become an entrepreneur. You don't really have a choice at this point because, again, like I said, if you're standing around shuffling papers, they're going to fire you. All right. So, it's just basically a heads up, you guys. Now, I know you guys were on my list. You were smart people. I'm probably just preaching to the choir. But if any of this comes as a surprise to any of you out there, look, on the other side of crisis is also great opportunity. And that's the time that we live in right now. So if you haven't, gotten started or at least given it some real thought, you don't have a choice now. You need to make a decision. All right? Make a decision. I'm going to tell you right now that, stop what you're doing. Click the mouse, click the big yellow button below this video and get started with us in the Empower Network. Now, it's only $25 to get started and we can get you going from there. All right? It's a good way. I mean, that's not even a decision you have to, you don't have to consult your wife or your husband or anyone about that. A $25 decision. You spend that, popcorn in a movie, easily. It's nothing. All right. So you need to get started with us. Guys, wake up. You know what I mean? Wake up. I talked about the hammer and all like that, the hammer coming down. Hey, these people out here not playing. All right. And it's not the economy, people. It's not the economy. You have to understand that you have to be prepared for whatever economy you're in. It's not the economy. It's just that people are now being confronted with the fact that they didn't know that they were skating by, in a reality that wasn't what they thought it was. They were the ones that are out of touch. So put your entrepreneur hats on, guys. It's time to get busy. We've got a lot we can do here with the internet. It's a tremendous opportunity here. I'm completely excited with where things are going, all the stuff I'm learning. I'm learning so much on traffic generation, guys. You guys watch. Watch what happens in the next, 60 days. By the time that we're at the end of this 90 days here, watch and see what's happening with my business. I promise you. All right? So look, guys, that's it. Just wanted to, get some current events in, holler at you guys. Y'all know what to do. I'm going to talk to you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day. It's the big 30, 30 videos. We've been at this a whole month now. And I'm excited, man. I'm having a lot of fun. And I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. And so we'll talk again then. We'll talk about the 30th video tomorrow. All right, you guys. So you know who this is. It's Steve. I'm out. And I will talk to you guys then. Peace.